Good morning, everyone. This is our weekly Gbpusd trade analysis. So we broke down the trades which we took last week. I'd like to thank everyone who dropped a like and subscribe to the channel, and also those who joined the group, as I said in the previous video. So let's be brief because I don't want these videos to be too long. So we are going to look at the trades we took last week and realize last week the market was bullish. No, the market has always been bullish for some good days. Gave us this W pattern and just kept going up. Guys, we know the W pattern is a strong reversal pattern. As you can see, this downtrend, then rejections, then give us a nice W pattern. This engulfing confirmed the uptrend. So let's go down to the time frames we normally use. So don't mind the too many lines, I leave them there because I want to remember the trades I took, so that I easily explain to you, but I later delete them and start afresh. So now you can see GBPUSD was in a channel in the 4-hour time frame, and this is an uptrend. So this is a strategy we use, but I won't mention everything. But this week mostly had sales and some buys. So I'll break down the profits we made. Of course, more trades were successful than we had, like 3 or 2 losses only out of the many trades we took. So let me break down every trade on the 15-minute time frame. So this is where our week began from, and this is where it ended, and this was CPI. So I'm going to explain the CPI and all the trades we took. So let me go to the 15-minute where we enter from. Let's see. Wow, so many trades in here. So as you can see, this is where the week began from. We didn't trade on Monday, but we saw a good setup around here. Reason being, there's a psychological level which is around the 1.22500. We have this W pattern. You see this week give us a W pattern and this trend line. It's the reason we bought this pair. And didn't reach our take profit, but we closed profit from around this area. So we took this trade. I don't know how many pips all those were. Let me see. So we entered from around here. Those are around 60 pips because we closed out before. There's some sort of order block around here. So we closed out 60 pips. You can see it touched and just kept on drawing down. So the reason why we came and took this sell from here was we saw the break of this major trend line and the retest. Now the retest happened on this line. We know how to get this line in the mentorship. So after this engulfing, we jumped in. Now I didn't wait for this engulfing because I saw so many bearish candles to the downside, engulfing 1, 2, and when this one was small and it's engulfed, I was like, I may see some action to the downside. So that's why we took this trade. So took it up to this level. I don't know, it's trend. Oh, this is a channel. So this was there's an order block here. If you use an indicator called order blocks with signals, yeah, it gives you order blocks automatically on all time frames. Yeah, so dropped up to this level, though we moved out after we saw these weak rejections. Let me delete them one, but after we saw these weak rejections, we jumped out of this trade. So the market kept on ranging throughout the Asian session. Now woke up from around here, analyzed the markets, drew this resistance. Some guys were like, nice, market may sell because of some sort of trend line like that. They're supposed to actually sell from here. So let me just leave that there and explain to you. Let me try to make it perfect. So there's a trend line here. So we took this sell actually, but I didn't take it because I wasn't on the computer by then. Now the reason why we took this buy was, you see this range. I like to trade ranges. I saw this rejection on this support, and that kind of hook, and I took this buy. It gave us around 50 pips to this area. Now this was another good sell opportunity as to this market came back to resistance, and there's a trend line, and there's a psychological level close, so this would be a nice sell. Now immediately it bounced off here. Some people bought again, but I didn't, because I didn't trust the buy. I thought it would just break and continue. Now when it came back to this trend line here, now there is a trend line, psychological level, and there's some sort of order block there. Guys, I don't know too much about order blocks. I also use the indicator. Yeah, unless I go on in and study its smart money concept, that's when I'll learn that shit. But as for now, my good strategy and has an edge is price action. That's a few. Yeah, so this sell was sweet, gave us those number of pips. I've told you the reasons why. So Asian range continuing. Now in the morning we took this sell. This was it a buy or sell? It's loss. This was a sell. There's a trend line. Now I might draw trend lines, guys. I draw trend lines anytime I spot 2 points. Now there's this trend line. Sometimes these trend lines are too stiff. Sorry about that. Let me delete it. Okay, there's a trend line. Now this was supposed to be break and retest of this resistance, of this support to turn resistance, but price faked us out with that. Price faked us out with that weak rejection. So we sold, but immediately it gave us this bullish candle. We are like, no, there's a change in bias there. We saw this head and shoulders pattern. We saw this head and shoulders pattern like this. Someone say it's not too perfect. No, the market's not supposed to give you perfect. So when we saw that, now there's also another confluence. This break, retest, we jumped into this trade. It came back, played around losses, but later moved on. Now gave us some good profits. It came back to this level. There's a level there, and the reason we jumped in was, guys, the weak rejections became too many, and we saw the market forming double top. And this trend line, before we adjusted, it was around here. Remember, it passed through this level. It was around there. So when it gave us this double top, we sold up to this resistance. Actually, it started moving against us. Now we now to trade this candle. I was use it in news, but it applies everywhere. So when it came back, it formed this trend line. And we sold again. To this level. It was supposed to be this level. But when it gave us this, we saw this engulfing. We jumped out of this market, guys. We are in this market to get the pips, smallest pips we can get, and jump out, guys. So when it came back, we bought because of this W pattern. We expect it to happen around here, but it didn't. Gave us around 20 pips. These are 23 pips. Our entry was 5 pips. Nice, good risk to reward ratio. So we jumped out at this trend line. We didn't sell because I didn't trust it. So we didn't sell. Now we lost a trade around here, which was supposed to actually be a buy. We jumped into earlier market, took us out because we had risked around 10 pips. Then it came back in. Now our trend line was still valid after it closed above. Now what we are waiting for is a break, retest, and we bought. Now we bought this pair. It came back to this resistance level. That's how trading is. Simplified trading. So now let's look at this sell. Now this buy, I took out this profit from around the psychological level. This resistance here, the market came, broke this. You can see it broke, gave us a W, so we didn't buy. We had met our target for the day, guys. So we came and sold this pair from around here because of this channel. Remember the channel? Give us that M and that engulfing, so we sold. Came back here. Our take profit was here, but we set up take profits above our major aim, because we don't want the market to fool us. It can come and miss your thing by 1 pip and go in your direction. So took out profits after so many weak rejections. Now this was CPI day. CPI day happened, and guys, the market gave you a structure right before CPI. I want to tell guys that news will always complete structures. Look at this. Of course, they won't appear perfectly, but just look at that. M pattern, guys, and a rejection on a channel. Why didn't you sell CPI? Sell. Let's put your sell stops, because when price was here, it was actually everyone was waiting for CPI. It dropped up to a psychological level here and rejected. It was too fast, guys. So what do you expect from next week? Next week we determine next week on a Monday. We determine next week on a Monday, but we can see the market is still pushing up. I'll redraw all these lines because I use them for teaching, guys, and I don't want to remove them because they give me a time when I'm recording the weekly analysis. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope to see you in the next. Join the Telegram group, guys. It's happening. We're growing every day, and there's a promo coming up. There's a promo coming up. I'll be announcing it in Telegram group. So just keep it locked, guys. Have a nice day.